before we do that, let's do a very quick recap of what we did last week, Wednesday. So last week, Wednesday, we're looking at Q1, Q2, and Q3. First thing we're always going to do, guys, is we're going to arrange our data in ascending order. So that's where I'm going to start. So I know my smallest number over here is 3. We're going to have 3, 5, 6, and then 8. Just want to make sure I'm getting this in the correct order. 3, 5, 6, 8, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 11, 14, and 16. 11, 14, and 16. All right, and that's all the answers we've got here. 11, 14, and 16. All right, now that I've got them in order, let's figure out what our Q1, our Q2, and our Q3 is. And as I am doing that, Teacher Nels, Riabetsu says that she can't hear me. So if you could help Riabetsu out, that would be wonderful. Okay. All right. Remember, guys, the formula for Q1 says n plus 1 over 4. That's Q1. And Q2 says n plus 1 over 2. And Q3 says 3 times n plus 1 over 4. Who can remind me, what does this n actually stand for? Who remembers what n stands for? Good. Value or, yes, Lemeth, what does it stand for?
Value of all numbers.
Good. Or how many numbers I have, right? I'm not adding them up. I just want to know how many numbers I have. So can you count for me, Lemeth? How many numbers do I have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Beautiful. 11, is it 11 or 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. I think it's 10, Maswidi. We may have counted one too many. 6, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it's 10. All right. Okay, Limef, do you want to do this first one with me? Oh, I wish you hadn't gone away. Come back. Come back. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, I can. Very clearly at that. That's great. Okay, let's do this first one together. So I know that my n is equal to 10. So I'm going to go 10 plus 1 over 4. And Limeth, you're going to grab your calculator and tell me what we get when we type in 10 plus 1 over 4.
Ma'am, we get 2,75.
Beautiful, 2,75. But this isn't the number we're looking for, is it, Limeth? This tells us the position.
It's the position.
Beautiful. So where are we going to find this position 2,75? Between which two numbers?
Between 5 and 6.
Oh, yes, between these two numbers, because this is the second position and the third position.
Third position.
Excellent. So 1, 2, and 3. Between 5 and 6, what is the median between 5 and 6 over there?
I'm not sure.
All right. So we're going to take 5 plus 6, and we're going to divide that by 2. And that's going to give us the number right in the middle. Okay. 5 plus 6 divided by 2 would give us?
8. No.
No, it would give us 11 divided by 2. If you're stuck, check in the chat.
5,5.
Beautiful. 5,5. Excellent. That is our Q1. So beautifully done. Thank you so much, Limeth. Very, very well done. I love to see it, my sweetie. You're doing an excellent job. All right. I need a volunteer to do Q2 for me. Anybody willing to do Q2? Remember, Q2 is also called, yes, Buntle, what is Q2 also called?
Hi, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you? Okay, yes. I see somebody saying, ma'am, Q1. Thank you, Mfundo. Yes, it's Q1. All right, let's do Q2. Q2 is also known as the what?
Q2 is also known as the median.
Beautiful. It's the median. All right. Calculate for Q2 for me. I know that my n is equal to 10, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to get 10 plus 1 divided by 2. And how much is that?
5.5.
5.5. But that also doesn't tell us what the number is. It only tells us about the what?
The position.
Beautiful. So where are we going to find the position between which two numbers?
6 and 8, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, correct. The 5th and the 6th position. Excellent. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, no, we're here. We're here. Between 9 and 9. And we know that the median between 9 and 9 is just what number?
Between 9 and 9.
Mm-hmm.
Is it not 18? Because I
18
added
divided
9
by
to
2. 18 divided by 2.
It's 9.
9. So our Q2 or our median would stay 9. All right.
Okay.
Is that making sense? I hope that makes sense. Because the middle of 9 and 9 is still going to be 9. You got me?
Yes, ma'am.
Beautifully done. Well done, my sweetie. Excellent stuff. Yandisa, are you ready to do Q3 with me? Hello, my sweetie. Well, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you, ma'am.
I'm excellent. All right, let's do Q3 together. So I'm going to get 3 open brackets, 10 plus 1 divided by 4. What do I get if I put 3 multiplied by 10 plus 1 over 4?
10 plus 1 is 11, then multiply by 2 is 23.
Divided by 4.
Divided by 4, I get 8,25.
Beautiful, 8,25. But remember, this isn't the answer. This is just the position. So we need to go look for the number, the 8th and the...
Okay, let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Between 9 and 11.
Good, between 9 and 11. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Oh, it's going to be between 11 and 14.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
between 11 and 14. All right, that's fine, my sweetie. I also didn't notice until the people in the chat told me. All right, so we need the number between 11 and 14, the median of 11 and 14. So what we need to do, Yandisa, is we're going to add those two numbers together.
Then divide by 2.
Beautiful. So I need you to do that for me. What is my answer going to be?
11 plus 14 is 25. Okay, 25 divided by 2. I'll get 12,2. 12,5, sorry.
Correct. Yes, I was about to say 12,2. No, 12,5 is the
12,5. Yeah, mistaken.
Yes, no, absolutely. You've given me the correct answer and you've done that so beautifully. Well done, Yandisa. Beautiful. So proud. Excellent. You guys, you warm my heart because I mean, you guys are just doing great things. I love to see it. Now, we've learned about quartiles, right? But we're going to take this a little bit further today, right? Hello, Mfundo. Welcome. I must still wake my brain. Well, tell your brain to hurry up. The day is almost over. All right. So we spoke about range, guys. And we said that the range is always the maximum value that we have in our data set minus the minimum value. So that tells us where our data ranges from. Okay, so if my maximum value is 26 and my minimum value is 5, I'm not going to get a 4 out as an answer ever. All right, then we spoke about quartiles in the last lesson. We said we've got quartile 1, quartile 2, and quartile 3, and we've just learned how to calculate for those. All right, now today we're going to be learning about deciles and percentiles. Now, these are quite important, and I need you guys to stick with me because we calculate them much like we do quartiles. We just need to make sure that we are following the order in which we do things. All right, so I'm going to give you guys an example of how we do this. Right, okay, we're going to get to the 5-number summary in just a bit. Before we do that, let's do some deciles and quartiles. Now, the word decile sounds like it's coming from the word 10, okay? And what deciles do is they break up my information into 10 equal parts, okay? They break up my information into 10 equal parts. So if we look at the information that we have on this, yes, and deci in decimal also means 10. All right, Chifaro, it does. Okay, it breaks my information up into 10 equal parts. So if I said to you guys, let's say, for instance, what we have on the screen, these numbers over here, are the test scores that we got in a test in class, right? Now, if I asked you, what value sits at the 7th decile? Now, 7th decile, we know that decile is 10. So what we're actually asking for is for the 70th percentile. Now I'm writing percent. I'm supposed to write percentile. 70th percentile. Okay. Now, if I asked you guys to find me the 5th decile, you guys would then go and find me the 50th percentile. And I'm hoping everybody's understanding kind of where I'm going. I'm going to explain how all of this ties together in just a bit, but I want to ask a very important question. If I asked you guys to find me the 3rd decile, I'm going to explain in just a second, Sinoguhle. If I asked you guys to find me the 3rd decile, which percentile am I asking for? Beautiful. We're looking for the 30th percentile. Now, let me ask another easy question, right? What do we calculate percentage out of? What do we calculate percentage out of? Correct, out of 100. Not a very fancy answer that we're looking for here. Now, the way we're going to find these deciles and percentiles is we're going to use the idea that all of these are out of 100. Now, I'm going to explain. Let's say, for instance, I calculate that the 70th percentile is the person in our Watobe class who got 19 out of 25. 25 is the highest that you can get out of this test. You got 19 out of 25. Now, if you are the 70th percentile, if you are in the 70th percentile, what that means is that if you got 19 out of 25, then you did better than 70% of the class. That's what it means to have gotten 19 out of 25. Now, let me ask another question. If you got 25 out of 25, how many students did you do better than in a percentage? Percentage-wise, how many students did you do better than? Correct. You are in the 100th percentile because you have done 100%, you've done better than 100% of the class. Okay, so if you get 14 out of 25 and you are the 4th decile, what percentage of the class did you do better than? What percent of the class did you do better than? 40%. Beautiful stuff. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff. Now, give me a thumbs up if you understand what I've just explained. Yes, Shaden.
Hi, ma'am, how are you?
I'm excellent, my sweetie. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Ma'am, I just want to say, I understand what you're trying to, I understand where you're going. It's just, I get so confused with like the positions and, because like we said, I think the first question it was the percentile for 19, right?
Okay, okay. I don't want you to go away, Shaden. I want you to do this one example with me. Is that okay? I think it will clear up some of the things that are a little iffy. Okay,
no problem.
This example with me. All right, I'm going to show you what we're going to do. Now, if we want to find this percentile, we're going to use the formula R over 100 because we're calculating out of 100, yes? And then we're still going to n plus 1. Now, that n, what does that n stand for?
I think the number, the values.
Good, the number of values. Right, so I need you to count up how many values I have here on the screen. Let's count them up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15. I count 16. Are you with me there?
Yeah, I count 15, but I think I skipped a number, but 16. Yeah.
All right, it's 16. Okay, trust me, I set up the question. Okay, great. Okay, so now if I say to you, Shaden, that I want to find the 7th decile, if if I say I want to find the 7th decile, what is that in percentile?
Ma'am, does that mean you want to find the 7th position?
7th decile would be, remember decile means times 10. Okay, so that would mean I'm looking for the 70th percentile.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So
I have
that
I know.
R over here, this R that we have over here, we're going to replace it with 70. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, in order to find D7, we're going to replace this R with 70. Okay, so we're going to go 70 over 100 times, now our N is 16, so we're going to go 16 plus 1. Now, I want you to punch this into your calculator and get me an answer, Shaden.
I got 11,9.
Okay, good. We've got 11,9. Now, we know that when we see this, we're always going to go look for the values in between which two positions. Remember, this is the position. We're going to look for the number in between which two? Which position?
So 11 and 12.
Excellent. Position 11 and position 12. Right. So let's go
Right.
count. Right, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 11 is 17, and the 12th number is 19.
19.
What number falls right in between these two?
18.
18. Good. Now, what this tells me, Shaden, is if I got 18 out of 25 for my class test, what percentage of the class did I do better than? Which percentile did we calculate for?
11,9.
The percentile. Which percentile?
70th percentile.
Good. So if you got 18 out of 25 for this class test, you did better than 70% of the class.
Okay. Okay. It's making more sense now. I think I just need to set it a bit more.
Okay. Is it getting there? I think I'm going to ask Mamelo to do the next one for me, and let's see if it clicks for you before we get to the end of the question. Okay.
Okay, no problem. Thank you, ma'am.
Excellent. Excellent. I'm glad that you're asking questions, Shaden. I love to hear it. Mamelo, how are you doing, my sweetie?
Hey, ma'am.
Hi, my sweetie. How are you?
I'm kind of like confused also. I don't understand how you get the percentile. I thought that you were counting the numbers that you put in the hole after that we found the quartiles, but I see that you write 17.
70. Okay. So remember what we said, Mamelo, we said that decile means 10, right? Decile means like times 10. So if I said to you, Mamelo, that I want us to calculate for the 4th decile, I'm going to take 4 and multiply it by 10, and that's going to give me what percentile? What percentile?
14.
Not 14. 4 times 10 would give us?
40.
Good, 40th. Good. So now we're going to go into our formula, Mamelo, and we're going to replace R over here with 40. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that okay? So let's do that together. We're going to go, the 4th decile is equal to
40
over
100.
good, multiplied by n. How much is our n?
16.
Plus 1. Good. Now, I want you to go put this in your calculator. You can even write on the top of your calculator, 40, open brackets, 16 plus 1, close brackets, divided by 100, and then tell me what we're going to get. And everybody in the chat, what Atile says, what does the R stand for? It stands for the percentile. Okay.
6,8.
Beautiful, 6,8. Right. Elige, n is 16 because we have 16 values. Okay, that's where the n comes from. How many values do we have? We have 16 of them. Right. So Mamelo, if I've got 6,8, which two values do I need to go look for my 40th percentile between? Which positions? Position?
We should count until we reach 6, ma'am. It is position
6 and 6, between 6 and which other number?
Position 6 and 7.
Beautiful. Position 6 and 7, in between those two. So let's go count, Mamelo. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is 12, and the 7th position is 14. What number lies right between 12 and 14?
13.
Beautiful. 13. So what that tells me, Mamelo, is that if you got 13 out of 25, what percentage of the class did you do better than?
Ma'am.
Which percentile were we calculating for?
I think that you said that from the previous person that you helped, you said that it's 17 since you are dealing with like 17 decile, right?
Yes,
so
we were calculating the 7th decile, but this time we're calculating the 4th decile, which is the 40th percent. So what percent of the class did you do better than?
40.
40%. So if you got 13 out of 25 for your class test, you did better than 40% of the class. Am I making sense, Mamelo?
You are making sense, ma'am. So I wanted to ask that those numbers that you wrote 40 on top, don't we count those numbers?
No, we don't, because we're only looking at where you are, what your value is, which is here. Okay. These people, all we know is that you did better than them. Their marks, not so important at the moment. Okay, we just want to know how much you got. All right.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, my sweetie. Good question. Slay Queen, you are so late today, and everybody has already informed me that you're cooking dinner because you came late. I'm just going to put that out there.
Oh my gosh. Yo, ma'am, I just
Yeah.
had the most traumatic day ever.
What in the world happened today?
Oh no, girl. So like I missed like one exercise from like I missed one exercise from the maths homework that we were given over the weekend. And like when I tell you, they flipped.
Over one exercise, they need to calm down. It's not that deep.
Exactly. But like I was also going to say, like in like the data handling topic, I'm like completely lost. Like I am completely lost.
Okay. All right, my sweetie. Well, I don't want us to deviate from where we are today.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was also going to say,
get to the end of the lesson. Yes, my sweetie, what's up?
I was also going to say, wouldn't it be possible to like be moved to like one of the slower classes? Because like I can't deal. I can't. I tried.
Okay.
I can't.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm going to try and explain as slow as I can because the other class is actually moving faster than this one. Okay.
Yeah.
I know. And you see, like people are just, Mfundo's just like, no, we need you here. Like, where are you going? Where are you going? Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, I'm going to try and explain slowly.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Oh,
You're
dying.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry, Slay Queen. All right. I'm going to try and explain a little bit slower. Okay. Let's take this a step at a time. All right. So give me a thumbs up in the chat if you agree with me. Okay. If you agree with me. If I'm looking to break something up into deciles, I would break my information up into tens. Deciles, because tens means deciles, right? Give me a thumbs up if this makes sense. Okay. Yes. And I see somebody there saying, ma'am, is the decile given? Yes. You are given the decile. I give you the decile. Good. Now, if I had to break this up into percentiles, remind me again, guys, percentiles is calculated out of how much? Percentiles out of? Correct. Out of 100. So when I ask you for the percentile, what I'm actually doing is I'm breaking my information up into hundreds. Okay. So suppose like in 100. Yeah. Okay. Yes, Isayan, yes, but it's a very complicated procedure, so they don't really ask it in grade 10. Okay, it's more of a grade 12 thing. So they hardly ever ask it in the opposite direction. Okay, correct. Do you see what Watobe is saying? Like the 5th decile, because 5th decile means 5 times 10 would be the same as the 50th percentile, right? Because if I break my information up into tens, 5 will be the same as 50%. Same as she's saying, like the 6th decile would be the same as, in percentage, it would be 60, the 60th percentile. Okay, give me a thumbs up if this makes sense. Watobe, you are a whole genius. I love you so much. Thank you for explaining the way you did, because now a lot of people are like, oh, it's clicking, it's clicking. I love it. See, teacher knows, like I say, I feel like some of these kids are trying to take my job. They're trying to take my job. I see them. I see y'all. Okay. Right. Now, can you see Liz like, yes, I'm with you. Great. Now, let me ask you guys now, because we're breaking this up both into tens and into hundreds. If I asked you guys for the 8th decile, what percentile am I looking for? If I ask you guys for the 8th decile, what percentile am I looking for? Beautiful. The 80th percentile. Beautiful. Excellent. Now, this is our formula. This is our formula over here, right? This is our formula. So I actually want you guys to go and calculate for me. I'm gonna unmute you just now. I want you guys to go and calculate for me the 8th decile, which is also the 80th percentile. Now, that 80 that I just gave you, that's the percentage that goes into my formula. Okay. Dintswalo, are you ready to do this one with me? Slay Queen, I'm going to take your question just now. Hi, Dintswalo. Dintswalo's or yo, Tiana, who's that? Tamia's already done, guys. Tamia's already done. Jessica's already done. Amache's already done. But remember, Jessica, Amache, and Princess, and all of you, that is still the position. So you still need to go find me the actual number. Okay, you're giving me the position as an answer right now. Slay Queen, what's up?
Sorry, ma'am. I was going to ask about like the 8th decile thingy. Like, how do you find it? Do you like count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8?
No,
And
in this case, that 8th percentile or that 8th decile means that we're looking for the 80th percentile, right? So you're going to take this 80, put it into my formula. Where the R is, that's where that 80. Okay, so if we calculate for this, right, we're going to get that the 8th decile. That's why I write D8. That's for the 8th decile. But we know that the 8th decile is the same as the 80th percentile. So we're going to go 80, open brackets. What is my number of values? N is?
That's where I'm also lost, ma'am.
Okay, 16. That N just means how many values do we have? If I count them all up, I've got 16 values. Okay, so N becomes 16. Now I've got 16 plus 1, close brackets, all over 100. Okay, so you just put that into your calculator for me and give me an answer.
Yo, it's in my bag. Oh,
correct, Mfundo. Mfundo,
there in the chats. Love you guys so much. Oh, you guys are such stars. I cannot right now.
So Mfundo's helped us out, right? Mfundo's told, well, actually, everybody's told us that this ends up being 13,6. Okay. So,
yes, ma'am.
This is the position, my sweetie. This is the position that we're looking for. Now, the position means that the number we're looking for is going to be between position 13 and what other position? What's the upper part?
40.
Correct. So now we're going to go and count. Right. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 is 20 and the 14th one is 22. Now, we need to find the number in between these two. What is the number between
21.
21, correct. So if this whole test in the class was out of 21, if you got 29 out of 25 for the class test, Slay Queen, that means you did better than 80% of your peers in your class.
Oh.
Yes?
It's still not clicking, but like, you know, but oh.
Okay, so what we're doing here is we're saying because you got in between these, like it's almost as if you are the 13th from the bottom. You understand?
Okay.
Or you are 1, 2, 3, you are 4th from the top. You are 4th from the top. You are the 4th highest student in the class in this particular test. Okay.
Okay,
and
that
if
makes
you're
sense.
the highest student, you've done better than 80% of the class.
Yo.
We're going to try another one. We're going to try another one. Okay. Try and stay with me. Okay. All right, my sweet. Just hang in there. Just like take deep breaths. It's gonna click. Don't stress.
Ma'am, kuningi, and it's getting kuningier.
No, it can't be kuningiering now, guys. Come on. Okay, let's try another one. Let's try another one. All right. Everybody, I want you guys, for those of you who already know what you're doing, let's calculate for the 6th decile, please. And the 6th decile is the same as the 60th percentile. Okay, Blessing says they have a question. Yes, Blessing.
Hello, ma'am.
What's up?
Ma'am, like I wanted to ask,
Yes.
what if it was from 20 to 21? Was the answer still gonna be what was the answer again? Do we leave it as a decimal or a fraction?
You always leave it as a decimal. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
So if it was between 20 and 21, your answer would have been 20,4. Okay. I mean, sorry, 20,5. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank
Good
you.
question, by the way. Good question. Dinzwalo, are you there now? Shaden, do you have a question for me, Maswidi?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna be very quick. Ma'am, so you see in that thing that we just did now that you did with the Slay Queen, it while we were doing the 8th decile and the 80th percentile. Does that mean that's how much you did like better?
Yeah, so no, it's the amount of people. So what we're counting is, what we're actually saying is somebody in the class got 5 out of 25, somebody else got 6 out of 25, somebody else got 8 out of 25. Okay,
Right.
so these are marks that people actually got out of 25. So now if you got 21, out of 25, you did better than 80% of the class.
Does that mean okay, ma'am, maybe if you do another one, then maybe I will catch it and I will let you know if I can.
Sure. All right.
Okay.
Let me know, Maswidi, once we're there. Okay. Tintswalo, are you ready? Can I unmute you now? Are we ready to be unmuted? Tintswalo. Oh no. Unmute. Okay, I'm gonna have to move on. Oh, Keegan, I love that. Beautiful stuff. All right. Faith, are you there?
Hi, ma'am.
Hi, Maswidi. How are you doing?
I'm fine, ma'am. How are you?
Excellent. Thank you. Are you ready to do this question with me?
Yes, ma'am, I want to, but like I want to ask a question first, ma'am.
Go for it.
Hello. Ma'am, so, ma'am, the positioning, I don't understand how that works when you get the decimal and then you need to find the position on the set of data.
So because this n that we're using over here, this n,
yes, ma'am. Yes,
is actually the number of values, right? When we put 16 in here, it's not actually going to tell us about the mark. It's not going to tell us about the mark. It's going to tell us where is the 80th, like where is the 8th position in our set of data, right? So if we had to break this up into 10 spaces, if we had to take this and break it down 10 times, where would you land if you were on the 8th part All right, and that's because we are using the number of values that we have and not the actual values that we have. Okay, because if that were the case, then we wouldn't get an accurate reading. Because do you notice how there's a 10 missing here, there's a 7 missing,
Yes, ma'am.
there's a 13 missing. If we try to use the numbers or the values that everybody got, we're not going to get an accurate reading because there are other numbers missing in between. So instead of using the numbers, we're going to use the position. That's why we arrange all of our data in ascending order. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So what it's actually giving us is just who was the fourth. Like, let's say if you got 100%, the person with the 100th percentile is basically us asking who was the top student.
Okay,
That was that. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Yes,
Does
ma'am.
that make sense?
Yes, ma'am. It's making sense.
Beautiful. All right, let's try and do this one with the 6th decile, right? Do you want to tell me what are we going to punch into our calculator?
Ma'am, the 6 we're gonna punch in 60 times. Is it 16 plus 1
Good.
over 100?
Over
100.
Beautiful, over 100. Okay.
And we're gonna get 1 second, ma'am.
How much do we get? No worries. Yes, blessing, correct.
Okay, ma'am, we're gonna get 10,2.
Beautiful, 10,2. Now, 10,2 is the position, right?
Yes, ma'am.
But 10,2 lies in between two numbers, right? It's going to
Yes,
be
ma'am.
the number in the 10th position and the number in which position?
I think 11th.
Yes, good. 10,2 is in between 10th and 11th. Right. So we're going to count our values. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. In between the 10th and the 11th value. This is my 10th value, and that's my 11th value. So my answer lies in between these two values. What is the number right in between 16 and 17? Like right down the middle.
In the middle?
Yes.
16,5.
Beautiful, 16,5, right? So our D6, our 6th decile is 16,5. What that tells me, Faith, is if you got 16,5 out of 25 for the class test, how many
Yes,
people did you do better than? What percentage of the class did you do better than?
60%.
Beautiful, you beat out 60% of the class. You are in the top half of the class.
Okay,
Is
ma'am.
that
Thank
making
you, ma'am.
sense? Is it clicking?
Yes, ma'am, it's making a lot of sense. It's clicking, ma'am.
Beautiful. I love
Okay,
to
thank
hear
you.
that. Excellent stuff.
Thank you.
Amazing. All right. I'm going to ask again on a scale of 1 to 10, not 1 to 10, on a scale of 1 to 10, okay, actually, let's do this. Rather than on a scale of 1 to 10, which percentile are you at? Which percentile are you at when it comes to this concept? Somebody's like at the 100%. Okay, I see you guys. I see you guys on some 190th percentile, 100th percentile. I love it. Okay, Slay Queen says, ma'am, I don't get where you get the percentage. Remember, I'm the one who chooses the percentage for you. Okay, I'm the one who said, go look for the 60th percentile. I told you to do that. So you get to choose, then you get to put the 60 into the equation. All right, I hope that makes sense. Mkleni, what's up?
I understand the whole percentile thing, but then I just wanted to know, let's say you give us a set of numbers that ends in an odd number, and we have to use that formula R times n plus 1 over 100. We'll still get the same, or we'll still apply for a set of odd numbers.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It will apply across the board. Okay, I'm going to show you, we're going to do another example now that is going to end up about the same. Okay.
Okay.
All right, good question, by the way. Yes, I'm only using this example because it just happened to have even numbers. Okay, has nothing like that. Oh, thank you, Mfundo. Shaden and Slay Queen, I'm quickly going to take Leah's question. Leah, how are you doing, my sweetie?
Hi, ma'am.
Hi, my sweetie. I can hear you perfectly. How are you doing?
I'm good, and you?
I'm excellent, thank you.
Ma'am, I just wanted to ask something. Like, ma'am, I don't understand. Like, what if in an examination paper and they ask you, is it possible that they can ask you to find the 12th percentile?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. That's why we used percentiles. In fact, let's do it, Leah. Let's do it. Right. We're not going to use the decile anymore. We're just going to use the percentile. If I say to you, let's find the 12th percentile, we're just going to replace R with what? With 12. Yes?
12.
Yes, because we're looking for the 12th percentile. So now we're just going to look for the percentile R, and we're just going to go 12 multiplied by 16 plus 1 over 100. That's all.
Ma'am,
And then
I was confused because like I thought that the percentile that we are using is only 1 up to 10 because
no,
like,
not at all. Not at all. It just makes it easier because deciles is like times 10. But if I ask you, even if I said, find me the 84th percentile, we're just going to replace 84. We're just going to replace this R over here with 84. That's all. Okay.
yeah.
All right, so let's do the 12th decile. Let's see what the 12th decile comes out as. 12th decile. We're going to get 12 multiplied by 16 plus 1 over 100. Michael and Alicia and everybody's already telling us that the answer is 2,04. Now, Leah, which two values is 2,04 going to land in? Between which position? Position?
5 and 6.
Yes, position 2 and position 3. So it's not going to be 5 and 6. It's going to be in between 6 and 8. Remember, position 2 is where 6 is, and position 3 is where 8 is. So it'll be the number in between these two, which is?
So will it be 6,7?
No, it's 7. Yes, because between 6 and 8, there's 7. Good. So if you got 7 out of 25 for your class test, and please, Leah, don't ever get 7 out of 25 for a class test. If you got 7 out of 25, what that means is you beat out 2 people. These are the lower 12% of the class. This is the low 12%. So you are lucky you didn't make the bottom 10%. You are lucky you didn't make the bottom 10%. So if you're the 12th decile, then you put that right there. Okay. Princess is like, it's better than nothing, ma'am. No, you can do better. Okay. Do you understand how this works, Leah? Okay.
Yeah.
When we look at the percentile, we just put the percentile into the formula and then we get the answer. Okay. Excellent question, by the way. Thank you, my sweetie. Lovely to hear your voice again. All right. Slay Queen, are you with me here?
Sabo, ma'am. I'm on the edge. Woo. Sorry, I was just going to ask. I'm going back to the decile thingy, matrix, that formula. In the paper, is it going to be stated like look for the 17th, 16th, whatever?
Correct.
Oh, because like I was panicking. I was like, how the heck do we work this out?
Ma'am, I give you the percentile. Like now, if I said to you, calculate for me the 65th percentile, you're just going to go into the formula, you're going to replace R with 65. I told you what to calculate for. I'm the one who. Okay.
Then
it's not like
that.
It's not like we're learning some maths that you don't know.
Can we just walk through it real quick?
Absolutely.
So it's going to be 65th decile, right? Then after that, I'd insert the
56th percentile, 65th.
Oh, percentile. Sorry.
Correct.
The 56th percentile. Then after that, I would say P56. P65.
Correct. P65 is equal to
65
Mhm.
Open bracket 16 plus 1, which is going to be 17.
Good. Over.
Over 100.
Beautiful.
And then after, oh my God, I haven't even plugged it into my calculator. Oh, ghetto.
Guys, help Slay Queen out. Help Slay Queen out. Find us the 65th percentile. Do they give us on the formula sheet? No, they don't, my sweetie. I don't think they do, unless your teachers are being
very kind.
Very kind. I hope they will be kind. Ntanganipos helped us out. Everybody's saying 11.
Perfect. Love
Good.
you, Kesa.
0.05. Good. So again, Slay Queen, this is our position.
Okay.
This is our position.
Wouldn't
So we
we
need to go between two positions. Which ones?
Oh, let me just quick maths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No,
Good.
11,
Find
16.
12th position. Correct. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Between 17 and 19.
Oh, 17 and 19, ma'am. Oh my God.
What's the number between 17 and 19?
18, ma'am.
18. Good. So, Slay Queen, if you got 18 out of 25, what percentage of the class did you do better than?
65.
Correct. You did better than 65% of your classmates. That's it. Correct.
Okay.
Are you with me here?
I think I get it now. I think I get it.
Guys, just this is how we know Beyonce is coming to South Africa. When the Slay Queens got it on lock, we know that great things are gonna happen.
Fix. Period.
Period. Point blank.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Love it. Beautiful. You did that excellently. Well done. Well done. Sure. All right, guys, give me a thumbs up if this is actually starting to click for you guys. Shaden, what's up, my sweetie? Yes, correct, Zipo. If there are no decimals, then we go look for the number on that position. Shaden, what's up? Shaden's got her hand up and she's not muting. She's not unmuting. Okay, Yandisa, what's up, my sweetie?
No, ma'am, I'm answered. My classmates answered me.
Oh, okay, great. I'm glad to hear it. Okay, excellent. Guys, I'm so psyched that you guys all get this. I hope we all do. I hope we all do. Yandisa, are we comfortable with what we're doing today? Are we all good?
Hello, ma'am. Thank you.
Beautiful. Love to hear it. Refilo, what's up, my sweetie? Teacher Nels, can you please just run the pace poll for me and let's see how we're doing. Hi, my sweetie.
I just wanted to help, ma'am. Now I see that there's no time.
What's up? Okay, just go ahead. We've still got about 2 minutes if you have something that you'd like us to go through.
Yes, ma'am. I just wanted to help try a sum.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, I want you to find me the 92nd percentile, the 92nd percentile. So tell me, what are we going to write? We're going to write P92. Yes, P92 is equal to?
It is equals to 92.
Good.
Open bracket, 16 plus 1 over 100.
Over 100, beautiful stuff. Right, and then you just punch that into a calculator and you give us an answer. Anotida, the answer you're looking for is 18. 18 was the 65th decile, 65th percentile. Okay, what do we get? What do we get, Refilwe?
16. I'm still punching it, ma'am. Plus 1.
Yes, Mita, for sure.
I get 15,64, ma'am.
Good, 15,64. Which two positions does this fall under?
It falls under
15th position.
14 and 15.
No, remember 15 comma, which means it's already above 15. So it has to be 15 and 16. Good. And we know 15 and 16 are the last two numbers, these two numbers over here. So how much did you have to get to do better than 92% of the class?
I had to get 24.
Beautiful. So if you got 24 out of 25, you did better than 92% of the class. Okay.
Oh, I'm so happy. That means I passed.
Exactly. You did better. You did so much better. Yes. Well done, Refilwe.